From the moment of its 1972 release, Francis Ford Coppola's The Godfather was lauded for its artistic achievement, an appreciation that has only grown over the past half-century plus. It is widely recognized today as one of the greatest films of all time. The reasons for this range from the performances to Gordon Willis's photography to some of cinema's most quotable dialogue. Underlying themes include concepts of justice and honor, family, ambition, capitalism, and the dark side of the American dream. Its most famous scenes are iconic. The opening monologue from Bonacera the Undertaker, Sonny's assassination on the Causeway, Michael's destiny-changing course in Louis' Italian restaurant, Jack Wolt's awakening to a horse's head in his bed, and perhaps cinema's greatest example of parallel editing in the baptism sequence. Here, however, we'll examine a scene often overlooked for its symbolic resonance, and remembered primarily for the emotional performance by Marlon Brando, as Vito Corleone brokers a safe return home from Sicily for the exiled Michael, Don's favored son and heir. Coppola's choice of a shooting location is telling. The scene takes place in the 32nd floor boardroom of the New York Central Railroad. Why? The answer lies in Coppola's larger storytelling strategy. The Godfather is not simply a Shakespearean tragedy focused on the loss of Michael's innocence and soul. It is a study of corporatism. The five families are really a corporation, and like all corporations, they're focused on maintaining a thriving business that adapts to changing times and moves successfully into the future. In this sense, the proper term for describing the principles of this world is not mafia, a Sicilian word that translates to swagger or boldness, but instead Cosa Nostra, which means our thing. And our thing is, at bottom, our business, and it is run like one. These figures are, of course, members of a board of directors. This is how they're introduced in the scene. The heads of the five families sit at the apex, while those members controlling cities outside of New York are referred to as associates. They're at a large board table, with aides behind them ready with information and advice. Coppola is hyper-aware of symbolism in this scene, and the most noticeable symbol is the American flag in the right corner of the room. The American dream exists for these men as it does for anybody else, especially their counterparts in the so-called legitimate world. In fact, these worlds are inextricably intertwined, as is seen with the corrupt figures of Police Captain McCluskey in this film and U.S. Senator Pat Geary in The Godfather Part 2. The meeting in the boardroom is a narrative requirement that gets Michael back from Sicily so that he can become the new Godfather. That is the focus for Brando's Vito Corleone only. The focus for everyone else is an agreement on how to distribute narcotics, the new thing that will determine this business's future. Refusing to participate in this trade got Don Corleone shot, and he knows the only chance of ultimately gaining any kind of upper hand is by now agreeing. They strike a deal, and the business moves into the land of tomorrow. Here, Coppola's choice of location is truly brilliant. The New York Central Railroad was run by the Vanderbilt family. The railroads were the figurative and literal framework on which the nation built its power in the 19th century. Prominent on the wall is a spectacular mural by the artist Peter Helk depicting the Empire State Express of the early 1890s. The Express was the fastest passenger vehicle ever invented to that point, and it was designed to move the railroad into the future. The man largely responsible for this was William Henry Vanderbilt, the son of Cornelius Vanderbilt, who doubled the $100 million inheritance from his father, almost $200 billion today, in just 9 years. The son taking control and moving the business into the future. It is no wonder that Coppola chooses to have Don Corleone speak about the safe return of his son, the heir to his family business who eventually multiplies their fortune exponentially, not in the center of the frame as would be expected, but off-center, so that a portrait can be seen over Marlon Brando's right shoulder. It is a painting of William Henry Vanderbilt, who took his father's business and built it into something even more powerful. Such are the things of masterpieces.